Hello everyone, today I brought some of my favorite makeup products I've used this year to celebrate the end of 2023. These products were part of my everyday makeup routine almost every single day because I felt the most confident and comfortable in them. Whenever I didn't want to feel experimental and wanted something truly reliable and foolproof, these were the products I reached for. So let's just get right into it. First up is a Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Concealer in the shade Light. I usually only use concealer as my coverage product, so my choice of concealer plays a big role in my makeup routine. And this year, the Flower Beauty concealer won my heart. I first tried this concealer during the summertime and fell in love with it. The formula is super thin and skin-like and blends seamlessly with my skin. The doe foot applicator has a large surface that applies a large amount of product, which can be a pro for some people and a con for others. I like to apply very thin layers of concealer, so I like to scrape most of it off before applying, but after scraping it off, the applicator's shape feels good to use. The formula is nice and hydrating but not too glowy, so I don't feel the need to set it with powder. I was really impressed with the coverage level as well. It covers so well while still having a super thin texture and looking like skin, making it suitable for glam and natural looks. I would strongly recommend this concealer, especially since this is a drugstore product at a relatively lower price range, and it definitely doesn't feel any less than the high-end concealers. Next is a Refy Brow Sculpt. It is a brow wax gel hybrid that looks white in the tube but applies clear. It has a dual-ended brush attachment that I personally don't really use, but this is a very special product to me because it is the only brow gel that shapes my stubborn, coarse brow hairs that stick downward and keeps them in place. I do think it may take some practice or getting used to in order to perfect using this product at first. But how I use it is first I brush them through with the gel upwards and diagonally, and then use a silicone brush to shape the brows how I want, lay them down, and remove excess wax. It also doesn't have the crunchy hard finish but sets and holds all day. I recommend using a sparse silicone brush to go through the hairs instead of the common bushy brush because it can overbrush the hairs and cause a wax to turn white and ashy. Next for blush I have two, the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Blush Wand and the Pixi On The Glow Blush Stick. I have the Charlotte Tilbury wand in the shade Pillow Talk and the Pixi blush in the shade Ruby. I first got it thinking it would be a good bright summer blush, but the color looks just so natural and stunning for any season. I know it seems really bright and dark on the stick, but you can easily share it out with your brush or your fingers to achieve a very natural look. It also has a nice natural glowy finish that makes your cheeks look juicy and last on the skin. But my number one blush I use almost every single day is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Wand in the shade Pillow Talk. Before anything, I know people comment on the wand leaking and dispersing too much product, but what I do is twist the applicator on once in a while to squeeze some product out, twist it off, and use liquid cream I squeezed out while it's still twisted off, and repeat. By doing this, I was able to keep this product super clean. I was hesitant to use over $40 on a blush, but I'm so glad I made this purchase because it's my perfect blush shade and formula. The color is not too dark or light, not too bright or deep. It's almost like a nude mauve pink. For my skin tone, this is a perfect natural blush shade I feel comfortable wearing every day. Formula-wise, it's their matte formula, so it has no glitter or shimmer and almost has a blurring effect that blends out really well just with my fingers and looks skin-like. I prep my skin to be pretty glowy and hydrated so the blush doesn't look completely matte on my skin, so the skin prep underneath will definitely impact the product's finish. The longevity is also really good and it lasts all day. Next for mascaras, I also get extremely picky with what mascaras I use, because just like my brow hair, my lashes are stubborn and never like to hold curls. So usually Korean mascaras do the job of holding the curls, but not even all Korean mascaras can hold my lashes up. But this Curl Fix mascara from Etude has been amazing at holding the curls and lengthening them. I also got a couple of my friends on this mascara as well, so it's a very confirmed product. And for the bottom lashes, I enjoy using the Glossier Lash Lake in the shade Brown. The formula makes my lashes look super clean and naturally lengthened, and the shade adds to the natural look, which is perfect for my lower lashes. With the help of this mascara, my lower lashes look natural, yet it makes all the difference in opening my eyes up and giving it a nice finishing touch. The last eye product is a Glossier Brow Flake in the shade Blonde. This is a vital step in my makeup routine and I will never stop using a sheer liquid pen like this as a natural eyeliner. Even on the most natural, no makeup day, I always make sure to use this on my eyes. I just go over it on the outer corner of my eyes and flick it out with my nail. Since it's so sheer, I don't need to make a perfect winged eyeliner. Just go over it a few times and flick it out to blend in with your eyes naturally and still give it the most natural difference in your eyes. I also love how this product specifically lasts all day and doesn't wear off. It stays the way I first applied it. For the highlighter, I chose the Glossier Halo Sculpt. I guess I just really enjoyed a lot of the Glossier products this year. This stick highlighter is really easy and foolproof. It gives the most natural sheen that isn't glittery or sweaty looking. I'm not a huge fan of highlighters that just look sweaty or greasy on the skin, but instead I prefer highlighters that give a nice pearlescent sheen that still looks natural. And this cream highlighter offers just that. What I also like about this formula is that it has some grip to it. It doesn't feel too slippery, it sticks to the skin and stays on. And because it has a grip, I like to use my fingers to melt the product on the stick and then apply it to the skin instead of directly dragging the stick across the skin. The product won't really be suitable for fancy glam looks, but for everyday it really hits that middle ground and looks super pretty, so I just kept finding myself reaching for this product on a daily basis. Lastly, for makeup, I have two lip product favorites, the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Honeysuckle and the Glossier Generation G lipstick in the shade Fuzz. The Generation G lipstick is what I use whenever I want something matte on my lips. The Generation G is a sheer matte lipstick that gives a blurred blot out lip look that could also be built up. The color Fuzz is my lips but better shade for my lips, and it gives a very nice blurred look. The downside would be that it can be drying. The Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump is what I bring around every day to use throughout the day. It gives a nice hydrating juicy shine and a tint of color that could be sheared out or built up. It doesn't have any painful plumping effect, just a minty cooling feeling on the lips. The color is almost a dupe to Clinique's Black Honey lipstick, a wearable wine color. I also have a favorite fragrance I've used this year, as you can tell from how much of it I've used up, and this is a Sol de Janeiro Body Mist number 68. I have the mini size, which I think is a perfect amount for me personally. I started using this during the summer and it became my everyday scent. I know people say it's a dupe to the Baccarat Rouge 540 and the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume, which I can smell in a similar scent group, but they're not completely the same. It's a fresher, floral, fruity, and not too heavy. I think the color of the bottle closely resembles a scent. I enjoy spraying this sweet, juicy scent every time, and it also lasts a while. And that was my 2023 favorite products roundup. This was the year I really got to try out many different kinds of products and made so many new fun discoveries, and I feel satisfied. I'm excited to make more discoveries this coming year as well, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and have a happy new year.